This is going to be a somewhat technical guide on how to reboot your ERP driver service in the event that something isn't syncing over or gets stuck or whatnot. Let's jump right in. So the first thing that we're going to want to do on the system is we're going to want to come down here and open up services. You could just search for services over here. Sometimes it won't show up. In the event that it doesn't show up, you could also get to it if you can get to the Run app. It looks like this. Just type services.msc in here, services.msc, and then hit OK, and it should also show up that way. All ERP driver services should start with WSP-ERP driver, and there should be, there could be multiple, there could just be one service in here. It depends. But what we're going to want to do to begin with, these all should be set to running. If they're not set to running, we'll go into that in a moment. But what we're going to want to do is make sure that these are all stopped. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go in here and stop all these services from running real quick. You can stop it and start it from right here, or you could also right click and then start or stop it from in here as well. All right, now that we've done that, we're going to want to make sure that our user isn't stuck in Sage. Occasionally, our user that we're using to grab data from Sage is can get stuck in there, and we might need to manually kick it out. So we should come in here, log into Sage. I'm just using Sage 100 as an example, but whatever ERP you're using, you'll want to log in and identify if our user's stuck in there. And the way to do that is we're just going to go up to the master console. You can get to it from either of these locations. And then our user will be called something like WSP, Website Pipeline, CIMcloud, one of those names for our user. And we're just going to want to make sure that our user is not in there at all. And so we're just going to come in here and we'll just close them out. You'll get this pop-up. Do you want to terminate the task associated? We're going to hit yes. And we'll do that for both of these. We'll get that second pop-up. And that basically will just kick our user out of Sage. But we want to make sure our user isn't stuck in the ERP system, basically. All right, and then once we've done that, we should be good to just start these services back up. We'll just click on here and click start, and this will begin the syncing process again. Once these services come up, they'll start talking to the website, and that connection will be made. One issue that you could run into that I've seen trying to diagnose some of these is that this login will be wrong. The password on one of these on the account that it's using would have been changed. So for instance, if we do that, just change the password and then try to restart it, you'll get this error here that the service could not start due to a logon failure. In this event, you'll probably, if you don't know how to make an account, you'll probably have to get with your IT department on creating a new account or resetting the password and putting it in here. But a temporary solution could be to set it as a local system account. This will reactivate it temporarily. This is not a good practice. We do not recommend that you set it as a local system account. We would like our services to run as their own separate user. But we also want to make sure that this user's username and password doesn't change, because that will break the sync. And then we'll start it up. And then once these are all running, your sync should start working again. You could talk to support and they'll let you know if they have any further steps required from you. But one last thing to basically make sure of is that we also run this task scheduler service. If I come in here and I just search for task scheduler, it'll come up. And if you open up the task scheduler, we have this task that runs, this updater task, which basically lets us send commands to start and stop the services from our end. Basically just helping with the diagnosing the issues. So it would be very helpful if this is disabled to keep this enabled, and then go ahead and right click and hit run on that. And then this should help our support team further diagnose any issues. That's sort of a brief guide to restarting your services, which fixes most problems that you'll face with ERP Driver stopping the sync. If you have any issues beyond this, just put in a ticket or update the existing ticket that you have, and our support team would be happy to take a look and resolve any issues that you have.